Uh-huh.
So, let's talk about some mental witchcraft. Okay? So, let's talk about some. Wacha niwaeke hapa. Shit. Let me add some energy into my throat chakra because it's a Friday. Venus. Shout out to the red colored water for experiment. Woo! Welcome to a full moon in Taurus, aka welcome to a new moon in Baal, or welcome to a full moon in what you call Canaan, or the Canaanite gods. Okay? So, the full moon energy will be nothing but us emotionally reacting and responding to the Canaanite energy. So if you want to know, if you're into the Bible, if you are lost in that book, so just understand that that is a book you can use and not get lost in it. These things are there to be used. There's nothing wrong with what is in the Bible, but it is there for you to use it. There's nothing wrong in what is in the Quran, but it's there for you to use it. Not get lost in it. Not get lost in the word. Not get lost in the meaning. Okay? But understanding these as virtues and principles. So now, full moon in Baal, or full moon in the second house, aka the throat chakra. Woo! Drunken master, drunken spirit. Now, it's full moon in Taurus. You know I'm a Taurus. Full moon in my house. That's why. So I need to walk on water to open my throat chakra. Woo! Now, the feminine energy, aka my toe or mother or the maternal, is under attack. Has been under attack. Now, the attack on the feminine, the divine feminine, the divine feminine has been planned in so many ways. And so when the women were empowered, so they were told about Beijing, they were told women equality, they were told women do not submit, okay? When that thing was planned, Beijing, you remember the Beijing? Remember that Beijing shit? Better, a house, a second house. Beijing, Torah, something fixated down. Genie, Jing, whatever now the terms and the conditions they agreed on. Anyway, so the feminine energy will thrive in environments where there is safety. Okay, so for the divine feminine to be in her element, she will thrive in places where there is safety. So when the businesses or the jobs that are for the masculine, when you empower the women to take this men's job through laws, okay, Beijing laws, equality na vitu kama hizo, okay, so that environment becomes unsafe because the feminine energy thrives in safety. Now when you are taking the jobs, you are taking that safety away, so the woman is attacking herself. You know what I'm saying? Like the feminism itself. Now if you want, we can go deep into what you keep these things than the names you call them. So that thing that you are calling that name, okay, that law is there to take away the safety, because when you are saying you're empowering the girl child, you are taking away a share that is very limited on purpose by the people who created the business. So when you're looking at the 5 pillars that run the world, so we are talking of business, entertainment, sports, religion, and politics, okay? When it comes to businesses, it is them who set the businesses. It is them who set up the transatlantic trade lines, the transit lines and everything. So it is their terms and conditions. So those are limited. Okay? So when you have limited resources and then now you are empowering the feminine to take and compete for these roles, so you are taking away the safety for the feminine to feel safe, because the feminine can only thrive in places where there is safety. The feminine can thrive where there is trust. Okay? The feminine thrives where there is emotional stability. But then again, you build a church, and next to the church, you build a bar. Okay? So, you know by default that a bar is going to raise very emotionally immature people, because alcohol is an escape and it's a downer. Okay? So it creates an atmosphere of unpractical, whatever that name is, not being predictable. Okay? So when you have women in unpredictable terms and conditions, so our women can't even predict if they are going to eat tomorrow. Our women cannot even predict whether you are going to marry them tomorrow, because even in your culture, it has limited you from embracing the feminine. So even your wife now is unstable emotionally because they don't feel safe, because even your culture, even your own culture is an attack on that. Okay? So where you think it's a safety thing, it's actually taking away the safety, because the feminine energy does not feel safe. There's no trust, even in culture. We are a generation that is of parents who never healed and who have been lost in religions and laws that they didn't get out of. Okay? And so they raised us in very sheltered, narrow-minded visions of this world, looking at the get back to TikTok. Okay? What is this notification now? How many people work online? 15 or whatever. Okay. So I don't know. Let me tap the screen and see if I can tap on my own side. Whatever. I don't know. Who cares? As long as it's recording, keep going. So now, esoteric class in session now, okay? So now, the feminine energy, we thrive in environments of what you call safety. So where there is trust, where there is emotional stability, that is where the feminine energy can thrive. Now, when you look into the society today, we don't have emotional mature. We are not emotionally mature. Okay, we react more than use logic or the left brain or to separate. So we are more reactional. We don't have trust. We don't create trust for the feminine energy to drive, aka whether it is in marriage, there is no trust because of the oaths that we take that we cannot withstand. You cannot swear to happily ever after, and immediately you are married, after a month you find out that your partner has got HIV, and for some lucky reason you don't, but because you said for in sickness and in health, you are bound by that oath that you have to forego, because there's no way you're going to be married to someone and then you find them to be HIV positive and you don't maybe even have children, and in your mind you had already created a fallacy, a mind state of the kind of world you wanted to go. So since that was not under your terms and conditions, you can only separate hata kama mlikuwa umesema I do. So it's a very fucked up word, okay? So there's always that fact that for the feminine energy, there's no trust, okay? There's no safety for the feminine energy. There's no safety for my toe in this world, okay? So that creates now that atmosphere of things not being predictable. So an atmosphere is a world. Anything where you hear the word sphere, atmosphere, that's a cloud. That's a world you can go to. That's a cloud you can tap into. And that cloud now is what you call unpredictable. So that it was creates, so the speculative of things being unpredictable is that atmosphere where things don't have really to be predictable. To be really honest, they don't have to be predictable because you're supposed to create new things, okay? But since this world has already gotten its own terms and conditions, so that being not able to predict tomorrow has got like goalposts. So you're looking at your prediction, you're trying to predict, okay? So you're trying to do divination, excuse me, to see how far you can jump into bodies and visions to try and create a future for yourself. Na vitu kama hizo. So those lights, okay, and those lights need the divine feminine. So this forces our women into a state of what you call self-protection. So our women are already on self-protection mode by default. Hata wakizaliwa by their mothers, by their grandmothers. They are already on a self-protection mode. That is even why a woman will now even feel unsafe. So this is now where we get the terms of conditions of women saying that they are feeling unsafe. It is unsafe for a woman to walk alone at night because there's nothing like night. Okay? There's only brightness and dimness. So that is where now you get those words. It is when the divine feminine energy is in a state of self-protection based on lack of safety, based on trust in her surroundings, based on lack of emotional stability, aka there can be emotional immaturity where she can get molested or things happen to her that make her feel she's not safe. This is a spiritual page, you know what I'm saying, okay? So when a woman is now playing that state of self-protection, that pulls that woman out of what you call her natural feminine presence, where she's supposed to be safe. Like a woman is supposed to feel safe. Like the divine feminine, there's no space for the divine feminine if the divine feminine is not feeling safe. That's not divine. That's not the feminine energy. The feminine energy thrives in a place of safety, trust, and emotional stability. Safety, trust, emotional stability. Now, safety. You have to create a safe space for her. Because in the world that we are in, she may be earning even more than you, Beijing. So she, in terms of safety, what she feels is like safety, she can take care for herself. Okay? But then you should make her feel safe. Can she trust you? Are you a man of your word? Are you accountable? Are you consistent? Do you have visions that when she takes them in as seeds, when they come out of her, they come out fruitful, where you can now go with her feeling? So you are the alchemist. So you go with the feeling. So for example, let's say you want to start a business as a man or as a woman, vice versa. So this is how you do the alchemy. This is how you bring the two hemispheres, the right brain and the left brain. This is how now you are creating now. This is how now you're having mental sex, the joining of two energies to create another. So let's say you want to start what kind of business? Maybe an eatery. So you drive your woman and you make a comment to your woman. You drive by, unamwambia hapa hivi mtu akafungua butchery, si watu wanaweza kula nyama sana, ufungue butchery kakaosh. Unajua mahali watu wanaweza kuja wanakula kuku. As you are driving her, you make that comment, okay? So what you're doing, you are planting a seed. When you are saying this, have intention behind. For example, tuseme ulikuwa umeona hiyo space ya business. This is how you have mental sex. High alchemy. Alchemical sex now. So, you want to open a business, a certain place, or you have a business plan. It doesn't even have to be a physical thing. It can be online. So, you speak about it to your woman and don't say anything about it again. So what you have done, you have planted the seed, your intention. Your intention is to open a business in that corner, is to open a car wash right there, is to open a bar right there, is to open whatever business it is. This is for both men and women. So when you plant the seed, okay? Don't say anything, just let it be. So your woman will receive, the feminine will receive whatever you said and filter it through these three things. Safety. With that thing, provide safety. Safety for the whole family now. You know, you are thinking about yourself. You are thinking, hapa nikifungua butchery watu watakuwa wananikulia nyama. No, for the divine feminine, it's safety. Safety goes in so many ways, not just for yourself. She has to think about the safety of her children because of that business. something wewe ufikiri. She has to think of, and in this safety it has to go so many ways. Ni bao unataka kufungua, her spider senses are up. That is a divine feminine energy. Then trust. Can she trust that business? Is that business trustworthy? Is that business something that can nurture growth, the natural feminine energy of nurturing? Can that business, can it be trusted to nurture? And not just for her, but as a feminine, Maito, the whole world. So she's not even thinking of herself. She may not even know it. She's not even thinking of her husband and family. She's thinking of the whole world's safety. Okay? Emotional stability. Will that circumstance create an emotional instability? AKA lack of communication, not seeing things from each other's footing, vitu kama hizo, terms and conditions. So now, this is what is going to happen. You'll be driving, hata umesahau ile maneno. Ukienda kupita mahali usikie amekwambia ati hebu simamisha gari kidogo, hebu weka hapo kando, uweke gari kando. Akwambia yule jamaa rafiki yako aliniambia Karanja anaweza, ama akwambie, she may even tell you, unaona ile siku ulisema ati ulikuwa unafikiria kufungua mahali ya nyama na supu na butchery tukiwa mahali fulani, tukiwa umoja. Nakumbuka ile siku ulisema tukiwa umoja hapo Motindo, ukasema ati ulikuwa unataka kufungua butchery hapo na nini na nini. Na unakumbuka hiyo siku Unaona sasa hapa tumesimama hapa unaweza fungua hiyo biashara. Now you, because you are not aware, okay? You are too lost in the world, may miss your answer, may miss your baby. Because you had mental sex with her, she took the seed and incubated it, put it in the dark. Now, a seed will only germinate when there is a light. Where there is a light. When there is no light, a seed cannot germinate. So, when there is a light, that is when there's that spark of imagination, when now your dream and her feminine, your thoughts and her feelings that she incubated, when now they create a creature, a baby, a light, an imagination, a thought, before it even becomes anything, a thought, a light. And number 4, a lightning, a thought. Flash, kwa ile movie ya Marvel comic. That is why Flash runs so very fast and can stop bullets, because it's a thought. You changing your mind. When you change your mind, it takes a second. A flash. Number 4. So in Flash movie comic, nionanga mtu akienda kushutua Flash anakimbia anashika bullet. It is an allegory too. You are about to shoot the gun and you changed your mind. Understand to watch the movies esoterically. So ukiwatch Flash usifikiria ati Flash ni jamaa akonambiwa anaenda anashika risasi. Sasa wewe you are lost in the visions. You are lost in their meanings. It means you can change your mind in a flash. So you're about to shoot someone and you change your mind. But as an allegory story, okay, an imagination, we have to create a character that runs very fast, like a lightning. How you think, you can see him looking left and right, how your thoughts and feelings interact in the mind. Flash, lightning, a light flashing above your head, a lightning, you are thinking, a light bulb. So ni flash, then we can see him stopping the bullet or catching the bullet, aka changing your mind about shooting that person or whatever you are about to do in the movie, Marvel comic, Flash. So now, back to the divine feminine. So the divine feminine is looking at all these things. So now when your thought goes with our feelings, you get that creature, that light. Hapo anakuambia ufungue hiyo biashara, fungua hapo. Unaona hapo na hakuna mtu karibu. Ulete container hapo amesema hivyo. Angalia tu hapa ni nini. Now your mind will start, now what you call the sons and daughters will start coming now. The descendants of those, whatever you have created, the descendants now are going to come now. Now you are going to see them. Now you are going to realize, by the way, huku kuna mashamba zinagawanishwa huku and then itakuhit hata wewe ni shamba ulikuwa umekuja kuangalia na hata hujakula na uone yenyewe huku hapa kuna potential. Now drop that fucking container hapo. Weka hiyo container hapo, bibi anakuambia weka hiyo container hapo, uleta hiyo butchery, leta hiyo mamkuli. That becomes your next Joska, that becomes your next Jogonas, pale Jogonas kwa nyama. That becomes your next Ngamba, that becomes your next KFC, that becomes your next if you are big, that is the branding now. The KFC is of viazi, that he was making the best viazi. That's a thought and a feeling that was unique and original, an Adam and Eve that had been birthed, and someone was aware to catch that. Okay? These are atmospheres. These are atmospheres. We have atmospheres where you have the energy of something being unpredictable. And there's nothing wrong with that. Could depend on how you play your cards. Okay? Shit is deep. Now, Chanione. Shout out to everyone in the comments. I can't see who is in the comments. So instead of the divine feminine relaxing in her flow, because a woman is supposed to be soft, a woman is supposed to be relaxed, soft life. So instead of the woman being in her soft life, okay, and her soft life is creativity. This is why when a woman is in her divine feminine, she's very creative. She can decorate the house. She can cook the best meals. She can, anaanza kushona, anashonanga, ndio maana wamama walikuwa anashona sweater, very creative, anakushonia mtoto sweater, anampimia bonnet, akona clothing. That is when the divine feminine before iishe. Siku hizi hata mujui kushona, you cannot even, hata ukizaa mtoto wako upewe mauzi, umvalishe, utaanza kulia. Hata ukipewa hizo ushone, hakuna kitu unaweza shikanisha ushikanishia mtoto yako kitu ya kujifunika hata matako. You see, but you did this on yourself. So, when the divine feminine is not in her flow, and in her flow is where you find things like creativity, or what you call receptivity, where she's receptive. Okay? When she's not in those roles, then she feels the need to take on a more controlling, guarded or masculine energy to stabilize the environment. Sasa unaona kwenye sasa masculinity ya mama inatoka sasa. So she's not comfortable. She's not soft woman. Hajawekwa vizuri flow. She has no creativity. Hata unaiona, nimekuambia unaweza iona. Hakuna wamama siku hizi hawezi shona hata clothing, hata mukuha. Venye mama wenyu walikuwa tizo na shona tu sweater hawawezi. That is lack of creativity, but it stems from the loss of the divine feminine. Creativity, being receptive. So since you are no longer creative, you are no longer receptive, you are more about outgoing now, okay? So you are more masculine, and it's not your fault. It's because when you are not soft, when you are not kept vizuri, when everything has gone to the dogs with the man, emotional intelligence, abuse na vitu kama hizo, by default, you take the role of being more controlling. And that more controlling is you want to feel guarded. Okay? So that wanting to feel guarded becomes your masculine energy trying to stabilize the environment. The environment is too chaotic. Okay? The environment is too chaotic. There's too much emotional immaturity. There's too much abuse from the masculine. There's too much negligence. There's too much... but remember what I said. This is a game. This is a card that was played on you, the Beijing, where it is synthetically induced into you to rebel against the man without understanding that you are rebelling against self. Okay? Now, the man now also needs to heal, because what happened to the man, when the man looks at the few spaces created by their business, the 5 pillars, being taken by the feminine now becomes the enemy. Okay? So these dynamics disrupt the ability of the feminine to connect deeply with herself and her man. Because the feminine can only connect deeply with you now as a masculine if first she herself has connected deeply with herself. And until the divine feminine, until a female or until a feminine connects deeply with herself, she cannot connect with her man. And the feminine energy requires a foundational, or what you can call a foundation of emotional security. There has to be emotional security for the feminine energy. There has to be some groundedness from the masculine, okay, to flourish. If there's no groundedness from the masculine, the feminine cannot flourish. If there's no foundation of emotional security, the feminine cannot flourish. So tuko na wounding ya the feminine na tuko na wounding ya the masculine. So this is spiritual warfare. Okay, it's not for everyone anyway. So let me see. No question, nothing in the interactions. Sawa, nice, beautiful. So anyway, so hivyo ndivyo kuko. So the war is on my toe, all the way to the Washosho, all the way to Biniata. So now you start to understand it. Now do you see where it's coming from? Shout out to Amanda. So there are programs, like when you do like the Beijing things, like these things are planned on purpose. They look good on paper, equality, woman working, joining the masculine force and everything. But because they know that you don't have emotional maturity to look at those things like not as competition, because a woman can work very beautifully. Actually, women work better than men. They are more managers. The best managers are women, because naturally women are the managers. So naturally, even when it comes to manifestation, it is the women. Women make money more than men. A woman can stand at the corner of the streets, no pun intended. The next day, she's on a private jet plane. For a man, that's not gonna happen. Not from standing on the corner of the road with no job and no CV, no. Okay? And I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing about it. At this particular moment, we are on the spiritual grounds now, on the energy of the feminine. Naturally, what she is, as an attraction, a magnet. Okay? A walking vibration. Women are walking vibrations. Walking vibrations. Women are portals. Okay? Now, so yeah, so that's it. Friday, love and appreciation for everyone. Okay? Okay. Enjoy your flight day tomorrow. Scorpio ass. Scorpio ass falling on a Gemini. So utakuwa ndio maana utaongea sana hiyo siku. Birthday yako utashinda mushene. You'll be talking a lot, Sodom and Gomorrah, about things that involve backstabbing people, gossiping, or you'll be getting your balls licked. If you're a man or a woman, you'll be getting some, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of energy. 8th house energy. Or the Scorpio. So maybe, of course, you're gonna get some by default. Just make sure that you do your godly duties and responsibilities in the right way. Okay? Whatever is on your mind, you create. So you better be creating some beautiful memories as you have your physical orgasms. But the best way is to have mental orgasms. Okay, everything is in reverse. When you have a mental or a physical orgasm, okay, you feel good, it's release, but it's death to you. It's not life. Everything is in reverse. So it's death to you. That is what is a different life. But it's death to you. So the best orgasms are mental orgasms. But you can balance. Have as many orgasms down below as above, so below. So shout out to orgasms, multiple orgasms, Carl towing orgasms, fingers crossed orgasms, Macintosh mops and buckets orgasms. You know what I'm saying? Amanda is not even getting hugs. All of you should send Amaga some virtue hugs. Someone just lift your shirt and give Amanda a good hug, skin to skin. Yeah. And make sure you maintain contact until your hearts are synchronized. Shout out to Amanda. Now, back to the live. So, yeah, that was the message for today. I didn't have anything. So if you want, you can join. You can request to join if you want. I feel like talking a little bit. A few more minutes. Full moon in my house, Torah, so feel like talking. Feel like talking money. If you want, you can talk money, business. Let's talk business. So you can request. Otherwise, I'll keep talking. So you can request. Don't just be on the line. Lines are open. You can give us a story. Talking is God. You can give us a story. You can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's a new word for real. You just have to know how to see it. You just have to see it to know. Because if you know, you don't know. Nothing is going to change. There'll be no new world that the trees are not going to change colors. Okay, for some, it's going to change colors and other things. But don't expect something to change. You still be in your address. If you don't move, the air will still be flowing. But we're in a new world. Shift has shifted. If you know how to see it, you can see it. Dogs no longer chase cats. Cats play with mice. Cats will eat cucumbers. They will eat tomatoes. They will eat lettuce. They will eat vegetables. Cats no longer have taste for mice. They're not even on GMO. So these are pets that are raised on GMO food, aka pet food. So even for them, they have shifted. Look at your pets. No, look at your animals. Like you may not even see it. Look at your animals. Clearly, look at your animals. Look at your dog on your dining table. It's a dog. It's on your dining table. With its own plate on your dining table. It's a dog. Do you know how high of a vibrating kind of dog that has to be in the animal kingdom? That is on a dining table with his own plate and name tag. With the whole veterinary insurance. And hospital visits and grooming and deworming. Do you know how many humans need deworming? Do you know how many humans cannot afford a shampoo bath every day, but the pets can? So it's in the world, in the same world, but not on the same world. If you know how to look at things, you have to go beyond your biasness of thinking that a dog is lesser than you. And look at the dog's life better than you. The dog is on a private jet. The dog is always has, the dog inherits a whole estate. Shit is deep. We're in the same world, but we have worlds where pets inherit property. Those are different worlds. Hiyo si dunia yako. No, those are different worlds. You may not even know how to look at, but that's a different kind of world. But we are still in the same world. It may be news to you, but there are people who are living that reality. Leaving property to pets. Bloodline. Soul ties. Because they know by default that is the closest, if they want to come back to this world, this cat would be the closest thing for them to come back to this world. So leave the whole estate to this cat. So the Noah's mind, the name, the trust inherited by this is what people are giving attention to, because the cat is just the image of it. Everything is like that, but it's not that. So the cat is the image of that. But whatever is being maintained has to come back through the people keep mentioning that name and vitu kama hizo. So that spirit is born back here in one of you. It doesn't have to know where it's being born. The fact remains it's attracted to the same names, terms, and conditions that now the pet has allowed that spirit to be willed down here. May thy will be done. Your wills wishing you had that money, and you're adding envy, and you're adding emotions and feelings to who can leave $10 million to a cat. So you're adding all your so that becomes a cloud, and that spirit can jump into that cloud, and whichever spirit resonates more with that, that's become its father. So it doesn't even have to come in the same skin color, and then that child will have the same capabilities, since it's in their mind, it's a memory, to either do something that looks like that, but in a better way. So they keep coming back like that. So be careful of the brands that you get lost into. As a man, you're not supposed to get lost in these things. You're supposed to use them. Understand that it projects a particular energy which you can use for yourself. Like on a Saturday, you can wear the Nike, the Saturn ring. That Nike sign is nothing but the Saturn rings, or Saturday. So on Saturday, you can wear a Nike and be in that energy of the Sabbath and wear black. So you are aligned with that. So when you know what you are doing, you are very powerful. So now on that day, you can decide to be in that energy of opposing 180 degrees opposite where we came from. So it's about discipline, structure, protection, na vitu kama hizo. Now you are an alchemist now. Now you are aligned as above, so below. You are acting the energies. Okay? That is how the story goes. So it is going to rain, whether you carry an umbrella or not. The rain will rain. So if this does not resonate with you, ni sawa tu. Najua, naweza kuwa ile siku inanyesha ndio umebeba umbrella. So it's not for you. You know what I'm saying? But it still rained. I still rain. Okay. I tried alignments. Aligning the colors of the chakras with the days of the week and the planets. You tried, now do it. No more trying. It was more difficult than I thought. No, actually it's not. It's not difficult. It's not. Just change the language. Remove trying and do. And change difficult to easy. Or turn difficult into a positive and say, it is not difficult to do this. Instead of it is difficult. It is not difficult at all. This is not difficult for me. Nothing is difficult for me. That's how you turn the energy. Now you're aligning your chakras the best way you know how. Hum them from down up. Start from the root chakra, which is your what you call instinct. Like when you take a seed and you throw it outside somewhere, the first instinct of the seed is to grow a root. Before it shoots up, it has to grow a root. You're not going to plant something and it starts shooting before grounding. No, it has to grow a root chakra, aka the most basic instincts. Grow a root, then shoot. If you know what I'm saying. So you start with the root chakra. Now once you have gone from the root chakra, go up. Unlock them. You said you don't have WhatsApp. We did the chakra unlocking challenge. We did it on my WhatsApp community. The chakra unlocking challenge. It was beautiful. Our aim was unlocking the Kauso chakra or the casual chakra. You know you have a chakra for being casual. So you can be casual about things and you're okay. So we unlocked the casual or Kauso chakra. We did a challenge. It was on the WhatsApp group. You missed it because you can't connect on WhatsApp being in America. That's why maybe you missed it. Start with the root chakra and go up. You don't even have to start it on a Sunday. You can do it on the sun hour. Do it at Leo time if you want. But that's sacral chakra is Leo. So root chakra. What hour is the root chakra? Is it set? Start at that hour. Okay. Do the chakras according to their hour. If you can. But most importantly, meditate. That's the most important thing, to meditate. If you can find the time to meditate, then I don't see why you're not investing in meditation. Invest in meditation. Start slowly. 5 minutes only. Just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes to yourself. Just give yourself 5 minutes of quietness and silence. Just 5. Start with a timer. That 5 minutes will sound like forever. You'll be there thinking, you look at the time, it's 37 seconds. You're like, shit. Now I know how much time I'm going to be still. You try to quiet your mind. You look at that clock, you'll be at 2:17 seconds. You're like, shit. Why did I look? Okay, now let me concentrate. Let me go back to it. Then you decide, okay, nimeharibu, acha nianze tena. You reset the timer. Just 5 minutes. Umeweka hapo, umekaa, you're like, finally. Unaenda kufungua macho na kukuta ni 3 minutes. Start small. Build on it. Empty your mind. You don't need music to meditate. You don't need nothing. Just quietness. Empty the mind. Just empty the mind. You start slow. You build on it. Make time. The more you go into the darkness, the more you fade into the darkness. And you'll never be lost in that darkness. In that stillness is where you're going to find your mind. There will always be a red door waiting for you to exit. That is why we paint the exit with a red marker. That's your door. Always go through that door and be back to life. Okay? Through the mirror. Okay. That is the best way to do it. Starting small. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Yeah, so that's it for the divine feminine, divine masculine role. So hivyo ndio tulianza. That's it. I don't think there's anything to add onto that. Yeah. A shout out to my beautiful moderator. Yeah, we said you can request. I said it's a Friday. I said request, join. You know what I'm saying? Ask a question. That was the deal. I like listening to you. I like learning from you. You can request there and teach us. I'd be happy to listen and learn today. I know everything, but I like learning. You know what I'm saying? I know everything, but there's nothing wrong with learning. But I know everything. But I like to learn that way and see where it's coming from. To know where you are going, you have to know where you are coming from. Okay? So look at that thought form. You can tell where that thought form is coming from. Yeah, so yeah, request. You comprehende. Amanda, you comprehende. Shout out to Amanda. Beautiful blonde. Or redheads. Every woman matters, but shout out to the blondes. LeBron James, or did I say blondes? Now, are you looking for the next line or rhyme? Because you know I can create poems. I can play with words. I'm good with words. I'm a Taurus. Did you forget? It's a play of words. Shout out to Amanda. I see everything, Amanda. I created that. So, I'm the creator. I'm not the creation. So we lose their subscription benefits. No. I should get on subscription only, by the way. Today, I am back on subscription. I actually have a lot of things to say in subscription. In fact, I'm going subscription now. Switch to subscription only. How do you subscription? Subscription goal. Sub only space. Yes. Sub only or video. Turn your lead to gold. Not that one. How do you go to sub only? Tuwatoke hawa. More. Nah, it's not bringing that option. Message me. You can send me a direct message right now. Pin. What is that? Oh, you can pin that. You can now send me a direct message right now. Oh, that's new. Oh, now that's pinned. Enhance. Oh, there's effects. I see the effects. Trending effects. Oh. Oh, oh, Papa Bear. Papa Bear, talk to Daddy. Talk to Daddy. Who's Daddy now? Come on now. Who's Daddy now? Ah, come here, kitty kitty. Come here, kitty kitty kitty. Come to Daddy. Come to Baby Bear. The Beauty and the Beast. I'm gonna sing for you. I'm sitting on top of Kilimanjaro, Njaro, Njaro, Njaro. Ekene kere makenjaro. I'm sitting on top of Kilimanjaro, Njaro, Njaro, Njaro. Admiring the gap between your teeth. Come to Papa, Papa Bear. Ooh. Ah. Hey, come kitty kitty. Come to Daddy. Come to Daddy. I know you have seen Mufasa. I'm not Mufasa now. I'm the cutie bear. I'm not Mufasa. I'm the cutie bear. So come to Papa. Be my Nala. Be my Nala in Lion King. Come to Papa. Come to Daddy. Your black eyes. Your eyes look like two black beans floating in milk. My Nala. Your pillowy breasts like two gigantic helium balloons that will make Elon Musk blush. Papa Bear, come to Daddy. When you walk, my baby, your two bottoms behind, they look like the zebras bent over near Kegio Conservancy grazing. You know the behind of a zebra, the behind of a zebra, it is checkered. Reminds me of my days in the Masons. Shout out to the Masons. The checkered floors. Though they are striped. My zebra booty baby, come to Papa Bear. I told you I'm good with words. I'm a Taurus. We have a full moon in Taurus, so excuse. No pants intended. Only pose for your back, my cutie pussy bear. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Yeah, I'm saying so. Yeah, so I hope that was entertaining enough. Blame it on the moon. Blame it on that shining silver thing in the sky. Blame it on the moon. It's full in my house. So in my house is full of, and you know the sun is in Scorpio. So my house is full of moon. It's a moon. Moon in my house. The full moon in my house, my Taurus house. I'm supposed to be a bull. A raging bull. Papa Bear. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. I can sing you songs. I can sing you songs. You know the song they say that can make a snake come out of its hole? That you can charm a snake out of its hole? Or that should be reversed. You can charm a snake into your hole. Your wholesomeness. Papa likes that. Papa likes that very much. Mm. 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 We are shape-shifting. There's no bull filter. We like Papa Bear. We are shape-shifting. Let's see if there's another one. Mm-hmm. Let's look if there's a bull one. Because we are Tauruses. Let's see. Someone says we should look like a bull. There's nothing that looks like a bull here. No bull. They have lions. Maybe my moon in Leo. Because I have a moon in Leo. What happened? Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Oh, I like this. Beauty and the Beast. Because I'm a moon in Leo, so this is the real me. So welcome to Moon in Leo. With a full moon. Happening in Bull. You don't go no further than that. So, I'm gonna give you a real life story. So, one day, I was feeling like Simba. I was feeling like Simba. You remember Simba? Simba! That tiny dog that always thought it was a lion. It was always a cat, not a lion. It was a broken cat inside, but looked like a lion. Remember the story of Nala? That's it. There's nothing more to see here. So, it was nice to have you here. Nice you came to see me roll. Roll, 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 mama. Papa, na, na, na. The world is a theater. You blink and you miss it. The world is a theater. You blink and you miss it. Everything is in the image of something. Everything looks like, but it's not that thing. It may look like that thing, that image. We are ruled by signs and symbols and images. Imagery is big. So, thank you for being with me. So, we have many skills. We can be in theater, we can create movies, we can create animations. You are the creator, you are not the creation. You can come up with stories. So, the world is unlimited. The world is unlimited. All possibilities. You can be all you want to be. You can take any character, a lion, a bear, create a story, become that. It's on TikTok, it's free, become that, run with that. You just have to know the world we are going into. Shout out to everyone in the comments. Each one teach one. It was beautiful to have you here. You know it's all about love. Even when I sound like I'm on your ass, it's all about love. It's coming out of love. Sindio? Catch you on another live. It was beautiful. Of course. Thank you for your company. Ciao, ciao. What can I do? you but say you're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you. Oh, I should end with that song. Let me find it. Let me end with the lion. Where's that lion? Where's the lion head? Come on, lion head. Come on, lion head. Say me end happy. Now I can't even find it. I just used the lion head. Or once now they don't. Now they hate on me now. Now they have taken it away. Eh? So now they have taken the lion away. Let me search it. Lion. Found it. I found the lion. So now that you are here from that time, and we come to the end of the show, I'm glad you came to the show. The most lit show on TikTok right now that deserves a real lion, but they will not give us a real lion because it's bots. And they push for those programs to be given the lions because that's where the masses' minds are meant to be. But this is the only live feed that has real lions reigning. So we feel like lions inside. So unto you, other lions, keep roaring. Roar, 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 roar now. Mama, now papa. Ciao, ciao.